All right. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Matheus Cunha to Arsenal dilemma is what is leading this story, is what is leading this third video of the day here onto the football news show. Rokani Media it is. And remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. If at all you need a used phone and a used laptop, not from Uganda, but from the United Kingdom, call them on +256 70 9988 665 and you'll thank me later. If at all you need an affordable smartwatch, go ahead and call them on that number and they'll offer you the best that you people deserve in as far as your call is really concerned. And this is the third video of the day and we're on a marathon today. I don't know where we're gonna end, but we are going to try to bring you the best of the best from what we think is really right. It has been making rounds all over social media for some days, not until I was like, let me obviously have something to say about this after collecting some huge content and resourceful information about this deal. Now, who was the reason as to why we went into this dilemma? It was all about Team Ticks, Team News and Ticks, and you know him very well when he speaks. He's really one of those that is what we call he's what we call a fly on the walls of Arsenal. He told us that Cunha's situation is now quite messy. Player had agreed personal terms with Arsenal, but also with Wolverhampton Wanderers on a new deal, but is refusing to sign it because he feels he has a chance of going to Arsenal and is trying everything to make it happen. Arsenal will not be held to ransom on price. Both Cunha staying or coming to Arsenal are still possible. Now, he told us way back that personal terms have been agreed with Matheus Cunha even before the January transfer window went ahead to open. And Cunha went ahead to obviously leave the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers and he was suspended and he went to Brazil for 2 weeks. And on returning, his manager had something to say about his body language and so on and so forth. So that looks the player's heart and soul are not at Wolverhampton Wanderers anymore. And they're going to be playing Arsenal over the weekend. You now know they're going to be playing Arsenal over the weekend. And that's exactly what is happening in there. So as it stands, it looked quite messy when such a story came in through. And then a tier 1 journalist known as Jacobs Ben came out and refuted the story. In his own words, this is what Jacobs Ben had to say about the Matheus Cunha's situation. He told us that Matheus Cunha has not yet agreed personal terms with Arsenal despite reports. However, Arsenal are in touch with Cunha's camp and, like other suitors, optimistic in case a January move presents itself. As of now, Wolves still trying to get Cunha to extend and don't wish to sell in January. Only an incredible offer may change their stance. But Cunha is still a story to watch in the last days of the window, especially after Victor Pereira's comments. I think Victor Pereira is the new manager of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I tell you what, it's one of those moments that you have to look at and obviously watch, you know, like you watch the space about it. Because Matheus Cunha is a player, I think he's really doing great this season. And even last season, he never really did bad if at all you've been following him up. When you look at his stats this season, he has played 21 Premier League games. He has scored 10 goals and 4 assists, meaning that he has outscored every forward at Arsenal. Kai Havertz, I think, is at 8 goals, you know, and Cunha is at 10. And he has 4 assists, you understand? And last season, he played 32 games for Wolverhampton Wanderers, scoring 12 and 7 assists. So it shows you that he is a player that Arsenal is hugely in need of to obviously be brought in and do the best of the best when it comes to really putting in the shift as far as the forward line is really concerned. Now, all we have had to know is what's the contract situation of Matheus Cunha and why is Wolverhampton Wanderers wanting to obviously offer him a new contract and see to it that he's here for some long time. So he's let's check out his contract situation and see how many years or months is he left on his contract. Matheus Cunha signed for Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 1st of July 2023, and his contract is expected to end June 30th, meaning that in the summer he'll be left with 2 years to end his contract. And the big question is, why are they in a hurry to obviously extend his contract yet? They still have 2 years to obviously sell this player, and it looks like they don't want to sell the player. They don't want to obviously come up and really sell this player known as Matheus Cunha. And as things stand, I tell you, it's not going to be business as usual at the club of Arsenal. I tell you, it's not going to be business as usual. But the most important bit of it is Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously put in their money. That is it. And they've gone ahead to obviously line up very many options to see to it that they come up and obviously get this deal out of the line. All pointers are that Arsenal are really going to be bringing in a forward to obviously help them do the needful in the Premier League, because it has been said everywhere that they're really searching in for a centre forward, and I have no doubt in what they're really saying, but we are waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out. And one of the most important bits of this all is that Arsenal is really saying something special in this guy known as Matheus Cunha. And what is that? It's all about Matheus Cunha being what we call he's a multi-dimensional player. When you look at positions that he can play as a right winger, he can play as a left winger, and he can lead the line. And I think that's why Arsenal went ahead to identify him and they want to sign him, because in him they have loads and loads and loads of players in him, because he can obviously come up and play as a multi-dimensional player in right wing, left wing, and leading the line. I think he ticks all the boxes to see to it that he comes into and play for Arsenal. And I think £60 million is not much for Arsenal if at all they need to obviously get in a Premier League proven player, because the other players they're really close on to getting are outside the Premier League. You know, Gyökeres, you can talk of Thuram, Marcus, you can talk about Benjamin Šeško, and I think it's easier to pay £60 million that Wolverhampton Wanderers is really calling in for to see to it that this deal comes to an end. Now, we also have Daniel Kahn. He's a Sky Sports reporter covering the Midlands, and he has told us that despite interest by Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, I understand Matheus Cunha is not for sale. I don't expect to leave Wolverhampton Wanderers in January. New contract was about rewarding his recent form, no impact on his immediate future, and Wolves relaxed about the situation. So, I know people might come out and obviously say it out loud like that, but I don't really buy into that argument, because I know that they know that Matheus Cunha, when you look at his age, you know, he's 25 years of age. And if they see him not sign a contract and stays at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they deny him a chance to go and play for Arsenal, he might say, I'm not going to renew my contract come the summer, and he'll play and be left with 1 year, and they won't be able to get in the amount of money that they want, and that is close to £60 million. So if you want to get £60 million for Matheus Cunha, if I told you Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think it's either you sell him now or you sell him in the summer. And Arsenal are like, we are not going to be ransomed by you guys, because we believe the player is not worth that amount of money. He's really less than that. Now, after studying all that, then Fabrizio Romano came out and told us something important about, after all these stories had gone ahead to obviously make some good rounds. He said, Cunha's situation from now to end of January remains one to watch. New deal not formally signed yet, as reported 2 days ago. Clubs showing interest, with Arsenal still keen. And not only, Victor Pereira's post-match words yesterday were also strong. Now, Even Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that Arsenal is into the race and keen to sign Cunha. You understand? So it's not rocket science. It's not a lie. It's confirmed. Arsenal are interested in signing Matheus Cunha, and the player is also keen to sign for Arsenal, and that's why he has obviously gone ahead to say no to the contract that has gone ahead, obviously, see to it that the player is obviously paving way to Arsenal. So that's all about Matheus Cunha for you. And I think this Fabrizio Romano last post will obviously excite everyone because he has hinted about Arsenal, and that means Arsenal are queuing up for this deal. And he has talked about very many clubs, but in the very many he has mentioned one, and that is the club of Arsenal, meaning that it's there to stay. It's there to see to it that they get this deal out of the line. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I'm calling upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Matheus Cunha to Arsenal dilemma. You know, what do you think is right? But Fabrizio Romano has finally come up and obviously highlighted that Arsenal is really interested in the player, and I think that's the most positive story that we'll ever get today about Arsenal signing a centre forward right about now, meaning that they're on it. They want to bring in Matheus Cunha, and the player is also positive to join. And you can't give me any other reason as to why this player has not gone ahead obviously sign a new contract with the club of with the club of Wolverhampton Wanderers. The only reason is Arsenal have knocked on the door. They're offering more money because Wolverhampton Wanderers cannot offer the amount of money that Arsenal is going to be offering to Matheus Cunha. That is seen by even the blind. So your reactions to that are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Bye bye.